It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
And it is Friday. Happy Friday to you. We made it to Friday. It's going to be a great weekend. Maybe a little wet. I don't know. We'll see. But let's start with news.
All right. Springfield-based Convoy of Hope is in Louisiana delivering essential relief supplies to survivors of Hurricane Francine. Tens of thousands of people remain in the dark and the heat without power, many still dealing with flooding from the storm. Convoy is distributing bags of groceries, water, hygiene kits, tarps, and more. Meanwhile, the eastern part of the Ozarks, speaking of getting some rain, is expected to get that rain from the former hurricane. We'll see how closely it moves in. Make sure you check in with Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather for more information on what we can expect as far as rainfall from the remnants. Yep. All right, a man accidentally shot himself in the pickup line at Truman Elementary School in Springfield yesterday afternoon. He was in the car pickup line in his own car waiting to get a child and apparently accidentally shot himself in the leg. He was taken to the hospital to get treated. No one else was hurt.
That is an incredibly strange story.
I wonder if he was moving it, like trying to move it to safety before the kid climbed in. That was my guess, that he was like probably finagling with it or something.
Yeah, I mean, something had to be going on, but imagine being in a car line and hearing the shots. I mean, it'd be horrifying. And then you figure out that somebody shot himself.
Yeah.
But the principal sent out a note reminding visitors to campus that guns are not allowed on campus. So, okay. The charity Tunnel to Towers Foundation is working to pay off the mortgage of the family of a fallen Osage Beach police officer. Officer Felicia Carson was killed in a crash during a high-speed chase almost 2 weeks ago. She leaves behind a husband and 6 children. Tunnel to Towers heard about the tragedy and decided to give her family a mortgage-free home in honor of her memory. And wow, what a gift that is. Tunnel to Towers is an incredible organization. They've helped so many law enforcement families and military families since 9/11. It's remarkable and good for them to hear about this and to do something.
Yep.
There's a warning this morning for parents of students in the Ozarks, including in Springfield, Lebanon, Republic, at least those school districts we know of. They informed parents that they are monitoring and tracking reports of social media posts that threaten violence at schools. The districts say there have been no credible threats to their schools. Police are investigating. This has been an issue all across the country in recent days, which is terribly sad. So if you see a post threatening a school, you're urged not to share it, but rather to call police and tell them about it, because odds are, in recent days, those have been false accusations or false threats. But you got to take everything seriously in this day and age. So let police know about it. Meanwhile, the school district just held another ribbon cutting to celebrate the opening of a new gymnasium that will also serve as a storm shelter. The one at Wilder Elementary School is what we're talking about. The district has already cut the ribbon at Mann Elementary's new storm shelter and will do the same at Pittman and Watkins Elementaries very soon. They are all paid for by that $220 million bond issue that voters approved last year.
All right. Wilson's Creek National Battlefield meant a boost of nearly $29 million into the local economy last year. That's amazing. The National Park Service just put out a report showing the impact of our nation's parks add to the local economy. And in this case, Wilson's Creek supported 311 local jobs and had 317,000 visitors last year alone.
That's pretty impressive. That's
a lot. That's amazing.
That's a good crowd. Good for them. Missouri State football is 0-2 on the season so far. Tomorrow, the Bears will have a chance to pick up their first W. They play at home against Lindenwood, which is also 0-2 on the season, so something's got to give. Somebody's going to come away with a win one way or another. Kickoff is 6 o'clock tomorrow evening over at Missouri State.
All right. The 52nd annual Seymour Apple Festival is underway in downtown Seymour. 113,000 people attended last year, and we know that it is growing. So that's exciting. There are crafts, food, shopping, live music, children's games. It runs through Sunday. More information at SeymourAppleFestival.com.
Yeah, the fall festivals are beginning.
Yes, they are. All right. Also, tomorrow evening, so Saturday evening, is Brew at the Zoo. This is billed as Springfield's most exotic beer festival. There will be a lot of local breweries featured as well, and some others, not local, some wine tasting. So if you would like to take a part, it is a big fundraising event that benefits the Friends of the Zoo. Again, tomorrow night, it's from 6 to 9. Of course, you must be 21 years old to attend. You can also get a VIP ticket. We'll get you in 1 hour earlier, and that comes with a lot of perks. So you can check that out. Tickets have to be purchased online in advance. They do not sell them at the zoo entrance. So check out all of the details and some of the food trucks that are going to be out there on the Dickerson Park Zoo's website, where you can find those tickets.
Okay, that sounds like a good time. I'm sure there'll be people out there.
All right. Friends of the Library book sale, also a great time. We know it's always a super popular event. That is happening this weekend at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. That's inside the E-Plex. And then outside at the grounds is the Food Truck Festival we told you about, where lots of food trucks all descend into the same location. And then you, the taster, get to go taste all of the, fairs. Is that a way I could say that out there? There's lots of
glorious offerings.
There you go. Glorious offerings. I like it. It should be a good time, though. I mean, I like a good food truck. I don't often eat at them, but sometimes I think to myself, well, why not? That looks amazing, and it's on wheels. So
yeah, I like it. I love food trucks. It's always a good time. And then that's what's going on this weekend. I wanted to give you a heads up about an event coming up in a couple of weekends so that you can be part of it. Love to see you there. Coming up on the 28th of September, it is the Alzheimer's Association's Walk to End Alzheimer's. You get a team together. You can register on the Alzheimer's Association website to walk with us on the 28th of September at Jordan Valley Park. It's always a good time. Starts about 8:30 in the a.m., so you'll get in. You'll spend an hour there, hour and a half, and then you'll be out to start your day. You can still have breakfast. It won't cut into your Saturday very much. But it is a good time for a great cause. Alzheimer's is a growing epidemic, really, in this country. So we got to try to figure out a way to stop it. And I'll be there, and I hope to see you there. So make plans. Go to the Alzheimer's Association website.
Okay. And then finally, we will end with this. As you know, we are in week 3 of the Branson Bowl, and our winner this morning is Rosetta Rose from Cassville, Missouri. So congratulations, Rosetta Rose. We will be in touch with you to let you get your signed Mecole Hardman jersey from the Chiefs, and then also some Branson official vacation destination of the Kansas City Chiefs custom gear. So congratulations to Rosetta. We are so thankful that you're watching, you're listening, sharing with your friends. And don't forget that we are having the Branson Bowl during the season for the Chiefs. And you can win gear. You can also win tickets to games at Arrowhead. Yeah. So tune in, participate at aroundtheozarks.com.
And we will, the key to this is we have a keyword that will give you 3 days a week, 3 or 4 days a week, maybe.
4 days a week. Because we give it on Thursday morning, but then we draw on Thursday afternoon, technically, to announce it on Friday mornings. Yeah.
So we'll have a new keyword for you next week, and enter to win at aroundtheozarks.com. And I like the name Rosetta Rose. That's interesting.
I do too. And I kept wanting to say Rosetta Stone. I bet people mess that up all the time. And so I made sure that I got it right. But what a good name.
Yeah.
What a good
strong name. Rosetta Rose.
In Cassville. All right. That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for being with us. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Stick around for Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer, and we will see you back here on Monday.
Bye.
At your job, do you ever have to deal with a nose roller? How about a snub pulley? Well, if you're installing a new conveyor belt system, dealing with the different components can sound like you're speaking a foreign language. Luckily, you've got a team ready to help. Grainger's technical product specialists are fluent in maintenance, repair, and operations. So whenever you want to talk shop, just reach out. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Rescue Towing and Command Family Medicine. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. It's September 13th, a Friday the 13th. So look out, I guess, if you're going to be out and about today. We've got cloud cover in the forecast, and temperatures are not so bad this morning. Numbers in the 60s to start, low 60s. A little bit of light rain on the radar for our far southeastern counties. It really hasn't been much with the remnants of Francine. And while we hold on to a rain chance today for the morning hours, it's really our eastern counties that have the best chance of seeing any rain at all. And it will be very, very light in nature. So not a whole lot on the way in terms of rainfall. I think Friday night football games are looking okay. Most rain-free and just cloud cover that's going to linger around the Ozarks. There will be a big range in temperatures today across the region. We are starting out pretty uniformly in the low 60s. However, much cooler conditions exist today in the far eastern Ozarks thanks to the thick cloud cover, the rain chance, and then warmer weather is in store for us west of Highway 65. Here in the Springfield region, I think we make it to the mid 70s, maybe even upper 70s for highs today, but overall it will be a very comfortable day in the forecast. The heavy rain, the severe weather threats from Francine are now moving into the Tennessee Valley and eventually will push off to the southeast over the weekend. We're going to start drying things out, and I do keep this small isolated chance of rain in the forecast for the weekend, but overall we're talking below average temperatures for much of the Ozarks and relatively dry conditions as we head into the weekend forecast. Rain, pretty underwhelming. Not a whole lot across the region, less than 1/4 of an inch for most, and really just trace amounts for others. The low clouds had enough moisture in them that the rain kind of fell out of the sky late in the day yesterday, and it's still going on early this morning. There's not much to it, though, in the rain gauge. This is not what we typically would think of a tropical system. Yeah, these are remnants of a tropical system, but we're so far on the fringe edge of this that we're just not getting all of the bulk of moisture associated with this. I mentioned the opportunity for some isolated rain chance in the forecast that goes for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of next week. Most will stay dry. Chances are you won't see the rainfall over the weekend forecast, and with very little in the forecast today, well, we're getting pretty dry across the region. You likely could use some rain, but it's not in our immediate forecast here. Today, 75 degrees for the forecast in Springfield, much cooler for our eastern counties with highs maybe only landing in the upper 60s. High temperatures out west, however, toward Joplin near 85 degrees. So a different story from west to east across the Ozarks today. Saturday looks like a nice day. Again, cooler weather will be in the eastern Ozarks with highs in the 70s. We're near 80 tomorrow in the Springfield region. And by Sunday, I think we're in the mid 80s, pushing 90 for our western counties on Sunday afternoon with partial sunshine in the forecast for us all weekend long. Around the country, what's making headlines? It's high fire danger out in the west, while remnants of Francine are heading east. They're eventually going to make it towards the eastern seaboard. We also have the tropics that are remaining very active. National Hurricane Center watching another area of potential development here will likely develop out in the open water in the Atlantic. So we're keeping our eye on that one. And of course, I'll keep you updated next week as to what direction that one is looking to turn. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. The question of the day yesterday had to do with deserts. What is the world's largest desert? Do you think it is A, the Sahara, B, the Arabian, C, the Antarctic, or D, the Gobi? Not a place that you often associate with deserts, but the answer is actually C, the Antarctic. It is the largest desert in the world, covering 14.2 million square kilometers. That's 5.5 million square miles. The Sahara is the largest hot desert in the world, which covers 9.4
million square kilometers, which is 3.6 million square miles. So not a hot desert like we typically think of. It's the desert in Antarctica, which actually is the largest. So congrats. If C, Antarctic was your guess, that's the correct answer today for the Brain Twister trivia question. All correct answers entered to win a $50 gift card to Habaneros on South Campbell. We got another one of those to give away for next week. So let's show you the Monday Brain Twister trivia question. Here it is. The first hockey pucks used in early outdoor hockey games were made of what? Here are your options. A, rubber. B, wood. C, frozen cow dung. Or D, ice. You can submit your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. It is free to enter, so you might as well win. Again, next week, that prize, a $50 gift card to Habaneros on South Campbell. Thank you so much to Command Family Medicine and Rescue Towing for sponsoring Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. And thank you so much for listening and ending your work week with us here. If you need weather info over the weekend, make sure you check out the website. We've got it all there for you, the hour-by-hour forecast. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. I hope you have a fantastic weekend and an enjoyable day.
You slept through your alarm, missed the train, and your breakfast sandwich, cold. Sounds like you could use some luck.
I'm Victoria Cash, and Lucky Land is where people go every day to get lucky. At Lucky Land, you can play over 100 casino-style games for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Go to LuckyLandSlots.com and get lucky today. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.